Blake's Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. It's Blake's Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. It's Blake's Buzz Live. More, hate less, read comics. It's Blake's Buzz Live.
Buzz, buzz, babies.
Hey friends, it's Blake. I've never said, maybe that could be a new thing. Hey friends, we're all friends. I'm very excited to talk to this guest I've got coming on tonight. I'm in a good mood. It's been a nice day. I think tomorrow might suck. The forecast is worrisome, but today and tonight have just been amazing. And anyways, I've known this creator for a while now, and one of the first indie Kickstarters I got into, when Blake's Buzz was just a blog, like I did a write-up for him, and he reached out and like thanked me, and it was like talked to me, and I was not used to talking to creators then and stuff, right? So just like always had a great interaction with this man. And as much as I love him, I've had an even better interaction with his comic. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Joseph, creator and writer of Tart, co-creator and writer of Tart, is in the house. How you doing, baby?
Buzz, buzz, baby. Let's be friends.
Let's be friends. Hey, friends. I all of these things I just said, Kevin paid me to say. No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Like for real, I have known Tart for a while now, and I showed up late to the games, and still like it's going strong, and it's getting re-released, and you're doing these cool Kickstarter campaigns and still making new issues as well, and keeping the whole team has stayed together. There's a lot of magical stuff about your comic book, and there's some magical stuff about you, Mr. Joseph, like we can talk about tonight as well.
Well, you brought up magic in the team. If I have magic, it's seeing exactly who to work with, and just, I don't know, like worming my way in on them like a parasite so that they can't leave me. Ludo, Cassie, DC, Andrea. I just, they said keep your enemies close. Nah, keep talented people close. That's what I do. So
that is good advice. Keep your friends close, enemies slightly closer.
And never let go of talent.
Yeah, hold on to them for dear life. Yeah. I mean, in this industry, I guess in any industry, really. I mean, good creativity, good vibes, and good chemistry really, really matter. Like they can really bring out the best of work from everybody. And was it? Did it always feel like a cohesive unit with you guys when you got together, like back in the Tart early days, in the first Kickstarters, when you were still foolishly trying to sell T-shirts and all those other things you learned not to do?
Yeah, I've made some if you have 4 hours, we can go through the mistakes I've made, but I think it's probably too short for all of the things I've done wrong in my journey. Ludo is the artist on the book, and he's the co-creator of it. And, a lot of times, because I speak English and English is a second language, I'm the face of it on this side of the pond. So I get a little bit more credit than I should get, because it's really our baby. Ludo and I, created it together. We should not be, what's that? How do they say it? Simpatico? We should not be simpatico. He's a Frenchman from wine country who, grew up just doing fine art and reading French comics. And I'm, from the beach bum portion of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're not all that serious or all that into literature. But yeah, I like football, I like steak and beer. And so if you thought about it, we probably shouldn't. But once we started working together, we really realized what the two of us both liked about this concept, and we just bore down on that. There's things that I wanted to do that he wasn't interested in. There's things he wanted to do that I'd never really got my brain around. We just don't do those. We just do the things that we both are super excited about with it. So it's strange and it shouldn't work, but I think it does, you know, and I've heard from a couple people it does. The people who it doesn't work for are quieter, and I appreciate that. That's always nice.
Yeah, I like it when the non-appreciators are quiet too. Yeah, I mean, speaking of a lot of people, I was looking up. I was looking because we're here tonight. I guess I've talked Kevin up quite a deal, but we're here tonight to talk. I mean, Kevin's great and all, but we're here to study a comic book tonight. We're here to talk up Tart, and the greatness that it is, and the it's time traveling, demon slaying like you've never seen it before, ladies and gentlemen. And I know there's a lot of time traveling, there's a lot of demon slaying, there's not a lot of time traveling and demon slaying, but even what is in your head right now, Tart will go far past that. And it's the visually, tonally, even cinematically, kind of, it's a beautiful experience. And we're here to talk about its third prestige edition hardcover, which is your last campaign, your last hardcover campaign. Pulling up the numbers, like I'm really into this long storytelling thing these days. I had a 15-minute interview with a high-profile comic book guest the other day, and I still told questions like this. And I think the press rep was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" No, but
well, I will give you at least 17 minutes. I don't have the power that they had, so you take your time.
Yeah, there's no moderator here.
I do have to take my daughter to school tomorrow at 7 a.m. Okay. So you got about 11 hours.
A little bit. But so Tart. Last Tart hardcover was you did volume 1 and 2 together, but the new one was volume 2, the Tart Submerged hardcover collection. You had 319 backers. You broke $17,000, $766. That's a nice number especially for a Kickstarter hardcover. And you're going with a twofer, right? But you did a lot of things right, and I'm gonna pick your brain about design and stuff later. But like I said, we're here to talk about Tart Volume 3 and the gorgeous entity that you have on Kickstarter. And right, you're sitting. I'll bring up the campaign page shortly, but you're coming up on your previous goal with a week left to go, right? So you're funded. Yes. And you're sitting at 234 backers, just shy of 16K, $15,925. What's your audience looking like on this one? Is it people getting all three? I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of each, but is it mostly people grabbing volume 3, or you got people getting everything, or like what are your backers looking like?
I'm extremely happy to say all over the map. If you don't have people only getting volume 3, you're in trouble, because that means people didn't like 1 and 2 that they purchased last campaign. We're getting a lot of people getting just volume 3, which is great, because that means volume 1 and 2 are on their bookshelf and they can slip number 3 right next to it. Yeah. And we're getting a nice bit of people grabbing all 3 volumes, which it's now starting to get on the more expensive side, which I'm like, you got to get in now, because next volume 4, that's gonna be $150, $160 to get all 4. Oh yeah, get in now so you can get into that smaller range, I say. But I'm really excited to say a bunch of people taking advantage of the digital tier, $20. You get all 15 issues of Tart. You get 2 of Ludo's Hell Strawberry collections, which Hell Strawberry is the character he was working on before we met. Time traveling demon slayer. Had a whole Bible around her, and he wrote her into a corner, and he couldn't figure out how to get out of it. And I read it, and I loved the art, and I loved the energy, but I couldn't wrap my head around continuing the story he'd already started. So we kind of pulled back and started again in the same universe with a different character. And when you read volume 3, you'll see that Hell Strawberry is a pretty important character in our tale.
Yeah.
She's not Tart. She's not our lead. But I think really, if there were a coin for Tart Acid would be on one side and Hell Strawberry would be on the other.
Nice, cool. I didn't know that about the history that some of these characters were established, or like character specifically was established from Ludo already.
Yeah,
man, that's got to feel good as a writer, right? You're like, yeah, not only did we co-create this really successful comic that gets released on Kickstarter in the direct market, now people are buying these beautiful hardcovers, but I also wrote this guy out of a hole and like saved the day, came in like a hero. The pen was mightier than the sword.
I usually come in more like a wrecking ball. I will take the one time, that I didn't leave the place dirtier than it was when I showed up.
Always
so
a good
I will
feeling,
take it. No, it's but you have to give credit to Ludo for being able to let go too.
Yeah. That's a huge
deal. And realize, hey, I'm doing, and honestly, there's so much about this. And like I said, I'm usually the face of it. And what I really want to make sure people know is I'm a co-creator here, because time travel, all Ludo. Demons, all Ludo. Super hot, sexy, fun, smart, mostly women warriors, all Ludo. That all existed before I knew this project existed. I'm just kind of playing in that sandbox with Ludo in the way that I can figure out how to play with it. And so it's, like a lot of it comes from Ludo, and all the art direction. I send him one of the stories in this volume is at the 1936 Berlin Olympics. And, when I write that script, I just expect it to look like Ludo not always draws, but usually draws. And he comes up with this very harsh, I don't even know how to talk about the art that he did for that subset in 1936 Germany, except that it looks like you're in 1936 Germany and not anywhere else. That's all Ludo's brain.
Sniper issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, yes. That's a crazy, and Fellhound did a variant for that too, right? Yeah,
I was super excited.
That was a cool issue.
When Fellhound turned that in, I was just like, I would have never conceived of this composition. It's genius. That's the Scout Comics web store variant, and it is gorgeous. It's just such a brilliant composition using what the story was. So and Fallon's just so much fun. It's just amazing. It's cool to work with somebody that's that fun, and also then you get this brilliant piece of artwork on your book.
What's crazy is their style is totally different, or not totally different, but has very much changed in the last few months. And I love, but like changed for the better, but I still love OG Fellhound like all day. That's how I found Fell, like Captain Rao and all that. Right.
Yeah.
But their new stuff that Fell is doing, like at first when I saw a variant of hers on Kickstarter, I was like, whoa, who's that? And I looked and I was like, what? And then and it's shitty, right? Because of the algorithm and stuff, but like someone who's been on my show and we've both support, like Fel and I have like talked and we comment to each other and stuff. And I never see their posts like ever. Like it's just how weird social media works. Right. But then like you go and I looked them up and I was like, oh my God, this new art is so anyway. Yeah. But yeah, you got that OG Fellhound, with some sweet Nazi hunting sniper action. And like that, these are the moments that you get in Tart, which is great. It's all over and literally like via like temporally and geographically, and the scenery is always so different. And yeah, like I love Kevin and I've made some jokes here, but like Ludo's Ludovic Saleh, right?
Ludovic, I know, is pronounced perfectly right.
The other one, no.
Saleh, he accepts that pronunciation from me. Okay. I haven't figured out exactly what I'm doing not exactly
but it's
right.
It's some white people shit. Yeah.
It's some white American shit. but he's cool about it. Like it's close enough that he's not.
He
He's
seems like a cool dude. Have you guys
He-
got to meet? Like, have you met him physically in person?
New York Comic Con. We went, I think, 2 or 3 years in a row. He would fly over and I'd
cool.
fly up. So yes, we have really met in real life for about 3 weekends.
That's awesome. Real quick, I'm always so bad about this. I ignore the chat. We got Ronan saying, "Hey, Buzz, what's up, baby? Good morning." Coming live from Australia. It's already tomorrow for him. We got my co-host Cole, best Ninja Turtle. Mine is Michelangelo. I'm wearing a Raphael hat because I was forced to buy this to match my black and red shirt for my sister's wedding. That was the only way I could get a Ninja Turtle hat okayed for the ceremony. Had to match the shirt, but it is Michelangelo, though I do identify with, really, if you love the Ninja Turtles, you identify with all 4 of them, and Casey and Splinter and April. You bound, like, they all have wonderful qualities that we should all be happy to have. Anyway, what's up, K-pop?
Yes, but you didn't bring up Donatello.
Okay, I was about to ask. I was gonna say we got the chat saying K-pop says Casey Jones. So you're a Donatello. You're a thinker.
I think I was that perfect age for the cartoon and the movie. So I was Raph as a young boy, but rereading the IDW that just came out in the last decade, Donnie really spoke to me.
How good is that fucking IDW comic? Like, it keeps
absolutely
going.
Amazing.
It's one of the longest running indie books right now, and I don't think enough people talk about it, which is crazy because it's a fucking Ninja Turtles. It's got all these great side story miniseries and a main series that's in its 140th or so issue and has a great creative team.
I will argue that TMNT number 50 is the greatest finale of a maxi arc, maybe, of a comic I've ever read.
Is that when they crack a shell?
No, that's like 42.
Okay.
That was rough in this household because I was reading that to my daughter, and she was, I think, 7, 8, 9, I think, in that time. So that was a rough day. Like reading when Dumbledore died and reading when Donnie died were both rough.
Who would have ever thought
in this house,
right?
Yeah.
Who would have ever thought that? And then of course we find things change. I have an original Santa Luco page. I think it's 55, and it's got all 3 turtles and Donnie Metalhead and Bebop and Rocksteady. All like this one page with like a lot of icons on it. And I love Santa Luco is one of my like high up Ninja Turtle artists. And who came on with some IDW stuff, and IDW, they just put out figures based on the IDW Santa Luca art. Anyways,
okay.
I know we're here to talk about Ninja Turtles. I'm sorry.
Hey man, I'm here to talk. Whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin doesn't stream anymore, so he's.
Yeah.
I was hoping he would just. He's like, I got stories, I got things.
But I gotta know, this is your house. I've gotta be a good guest.
Oh, you're always a good. I always tell guests that this is your house now. Especially because
why am I wearing pants? What am I
know?
doing?
Well, pants are always optional. I've worked from home so long now. I live in what, basketball shorts, gym shorts, basically. Yeah. I found out I'm diabetic, and so I changed. I'm not like great at it, but like I take pills and
you're not great at diabetes.
Yeah, not great at diabetes. And it's gonna be the next Blake's Buzz t-shirt, I think. Something.
Like you are basically a bee, and that's all they eat is sugar. So,
I know, those little fuckers.
It's on brand.
Yeah, I'm not great at diabetes, but I had to make some lifestyle changes, right? I've lost a lot of weight. Good. And so like for my sister's wedding, like I had to buy new pants, like new dress pants, because like anything I had like with a belt on, you could like pull up and down, like it just. Okay. And I was like, I didn't realize it because I work from home so much, and like even when I do, like if I go to a bar and sit on a patio, I wear gym shorts and if it's chilly, a hoodie, right? I'm not like a dress fancy person.
Look, if Adam Sandler can get away with it, we all can.
Right? Yeah. That's very true. But yeah. Anyways, when I tried to put on like real clothes for my sister's wedding, like I was like, oh shit, I need new clothes. Like, not,
But
you
that's
know,
great. Like, first of all, let's take a step back. That's great job, because
thanks. Yeah,
you saw, ooh, there's repercussions. I need to do something about it.
yeah,
And even though you're working at home, which is where everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people who work from home gain, as opposed. So you saw a problem and you're doing something about it. So
right.
take a moment to actually go, all right, this is success. Good for me.
I
I'm not good at diabetes. May you suck it at worse. Blake, you
I
suck
do.
so bad you don't even have diabetes anymore.
No, I do. I totally do. Let me,
May you be a diabetic failure.
I
Hope
would
that's
like
a
to
good thing. I
correct.
don't know.
I think it would be. Well,
Okay.
because yeah, you can if you like turn your life around, you can like get rid of diabetes. But yeah, like
One of the two.
yeah,
One
I
there's
don't have
nothing
to.
you can
I
do.
don't shoot myself with stuff. So yeah,
Okay.
I could probably like, or maybe I don't know. I kind of think it's like in my family's genes. Like I was just like
Okay.
born with all this terrible shit. Anyway, like let's get sad. No, but I do full disclosure. Last night I did go puff and order for like candy bars and Reese's peanut butter cups and Cheetos as a Halloween treat while I was watching scary movies. Like I said, I'm not great
Okay.
at diabetes. Anyways, yeah, Ninja Turtles are great. IDW is great. You know what else is great? Tart's a really fucking cool comic. We'll get back. We always get back there. Oh, yeah, fucking Alan Dunford's in the house. What's up, dude? Should have tagged this not safe for work. Too much sexy on one stream. I know, man. I was looking through Kevin's pictures to make the YouTube banner for tonight, and like some people don't post a lot of pictures, right? And Kevin's one of them, and so like his hair is massively shorter in like all his pictures online.
Yeah,
And,
that's back when I looked like life hadn't destroyed me. So those are the pictures I put up. What are you talking about? You think I'm gonna sell books with this? Uh-uh.
oh, that's like the pre. I mean, some people call it the old times, like
Yeah.
back in the old times, and you're like back in the before life
Let me-
absolutely destroyed me.
Let me put it this way: the photos I put up would be a lie on Tinder. We'll just put it that way.
Anyways, but that's why the YouTube banner tonight is Kevin has way less hair. It's slightly older. Fucking John Westhoff's in the house tonight. What's up, dude? Always happy to have you. Yeah, so Kevin's got long hair now, and he's got the third issue of his Tart series coming out. The prestige hardcover edition. That right, and you gotta. I like adding that prestige to it because the deluxe is a little bit bigger, but yours are technically bigger than like an oversized Marvel hardcover or a DC Deluxe hardcover. So you gotta add another.
They are. I didn't realize. You know,
they're wider. I think
Okay.
they're as tall or close to as tall, but they're wider.
Cool.
They got that like those nice panoramic shots in them. But yeah, it's another thing. I just want to congratulate you and your team and whoever helped you make these books. These books look like they were made for these oversized hardcover editions, right? The art, nothing looks stretched out. Panels don't look weird. There's not like huge borders in the gutters and around the pages and stuff. Like it all just makes a lot, like the page size and width and everything. It just makes so much sense, and it just feels like that's how this comic was born to be viewed. Did you?
That's Ludo. We have a design genius that works with us. For all of our hardcovers, we go with Samantha Amborn at Print Lore. She actually did the first volume with another printer, and we've been matching volume 2 and 3 with her to match the specs. But Ludo and Sam, between the two of them, take the artwork that's for the regular comic size and reformat it so that it works, like you said, so it's not stretched. It's not just, we didn't just grab her and pull her up and all of a sudden Tart's 6'3" and 82 pounds instead of, I don't know, 5'5" and 135 or whatever she is.
You can't take Ludo's curves away, man. Those are important to the story and the narrative.
They are who she is. I know that, like, if you grabbed volume 2, you can go to issue 6, which Carl Moline did the art on. He was our one guest artist is Carl Moline, which is not bad.
Yeah.
If you got to get a pinch hitter, bringing Carl in is okay. You know, we threw him a bone. We decided to give this young up and comer a shot, and unfortunately, Carl didn't have time to reformat it. So you can actually see the difference because those pages do have the big border.
Okay.
Because we didn't want to stretch Carl's art, and we didn't have time for him to get it right. So you can actually see in there the difference between when an artist can go in and work on their own art as opposed to possibly another graphic designer doing it for them.
Yeah.
So that's again Ludo taking the time and effort, and he's going to have to do that for 5 issues. And it's funny. Volume 1 has 3 issues. Volume 2 has 4 issues, and Volume 3 has 5 issues.
Yeah.
So if we get Volume 7, it might be a 19 issue long volume.
Yeah.
I don't know. If we stay on pattern. Yeah.
That you might as well do it, because if you get there, like, everybody's gonna fucking back that campaign, Kevin. So you can add like all the extra pages and bells and whistles and price it whatever you want, because nobody in their right goddamn mind is gonna be with you for 6 hardcovers, and then for the final like 7th and slipcase that everything comes in or whatever, be like, nope, that's $20 more than I wanted to spend. I'm not gonna get it. Right, like you can squeeze us all for everything we're worth. I feel like.
Definitely, that's what I'm looking to do.
It's the goal.
I'm gonna spend somewhere between 5 and 15 years making people like me, and then just ruin it. The door.
Ruin it. Ram them all the way home.
We'll see where they are. I price my books to where I think that we get it all paid for, and hopefully more. But I also don't want to. I want as many people to buy this book as possible. So we do our best. I mean, it's a $45 book. It's not cheap. Who knows?
Yeah, you definitely get what you pay for, though.
Yeah,
it's like in these campaigns. By the way, you were just on this show. Dave's in the house.
Yeah.
He says he's saying how we're both saying his name incorrectly. Ludo. So it's the ES sound should be mostly but not entirely silent.
Sa.
Nope, that sounds worse. That sounds way worse. We both made it worse. Thanks, Dave.
I'm going to again say Ludo has accepted how I pronounce it, and I'm not going to change now.
Please correct me,
because it's gonna be like I said, like I made the it's gonna be a lot worse if I try to get there.
So I used to always mispronounce Charles Soule's name as Charles Soule.
Oh, okay. Well, it's got the E on it.
And I don't know why. And I even like people I knew that it was Soul, and I like watched him in interviews and knew, but still, like when I
Are you sure it's not Soule?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. But I in an interview, someone brought up one of his books, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Charles Soule did that." They were like, "Charles, hold up, Charles who?" And I was like, "Oh no, I said it aloud."
Well, I mean, Bill Sienkiewicz came up in our talk before the show started. Yeah. It took me 3 decades to know how to pronounce that, and a lot of practice. So, you know who he is. You know who he is. You know the books he made. You can, can call me Joseph Kevin anytime you want to if you're talking about the books.
God damn it, Dave. Charles.
Another French word. Dave knows French wines. He knows French words.
we gotta do a Blake's Buzz. Oh, we already talked about doing like a guest deal, because they interviewed Joel, and Joel can't drink right now because he's doing a health thing. And my boss, Joel Rodriguez, and Joel mentioned how like he doesn't hate wine, but he's a whiskey guy. They talked about whiskey. We talked about doing a music and whiskey episode, I think. Nice. One time, or I thought it was you guys. It was another. I forget who I talk to all the time. I'm just so famous now, guys. I can't remember who all I talk to. I'm going to stop there and end the show. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to bring up the Kickstarter page, because we keep talking about how beautiful this book is. But Kevin, I haven't showed him how beautiful the book is. Like, I'm not a good host.
Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Let's check it. By the way, I announced these numbers several minutes ago, and none of you have added to them, you fucking cowards.
I from the people that you mentioned, I will run some cover. I believe
they're already backing. I think
each of the names is very likely on that list, and Dave took advantage of. I did offer as kind of an experiment a subscription thing for the last 4 or 5 months, where people would pay just like $10 a month. And I think like 9 or 10 people, and Dave is one of them, took me up on it. So we're gonna check it out. And it kind of came out to where it was like $50. And this is basically if you got in on the first day with the early bird, it's $40 for the book and $10 for shipping. So it's exactly what they paid. Okay. So it's an experiment. I'm gonna get those people their books, and if it works, I'm gonna offer it to people to these are expensive. They're premium, they're prestige as you and I came up with it, but I think you're like, what do you call these, deluxe or prestige? And I'm like, I've never called it prestige before, but
yeah, and I was like, call it prestige.
No, it's nicer. But yeah,
I am an influencer officially.
So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm asking people to put a lot of very hard-earned money in this. I can set up through PayPal. PayPal's a different thing.
Wait, dude,
he's an enforcer. You need the PayPal.
We're gonna do this monthly payment system on PayPal. Wait, what? PayPal? No. It'll be fine.
It's PayPal. If you don't pay, Paul comes over.
Paul comes and says what's up. Like,
so so Dave's on there, John's on there. Alan,
cool.
I think, but I'll be checking.
We can pull up the backer profile if you want.
Everybody. I love everybody to back, but we're low pressure. There's only 1,500 of these ever, so I say get it now before they're gone. But
you should get it. You should get it now. I still remember long ago. No, I guess not super long ago, but I remember getting volume 1. But first of all, I remember just us talking, and you said something about a hardcover, and I was like, there's a hardcover Tart, and you showed me a picture of it, and I'm like, let me buy it from you now. And you were like, Blake, wait like a couple months and I'm going to go live on Kickstarter with a new hardcover and these. And I was like, but even then I was like, I don't want to wait. And you were like, dude, wait and save a few bucks, please. And I was like, fine, fine, Kevin.
Why pay $20 in shipping when you can pay $10?
I really wanted it though. Like when you showed me, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And then, but anyways, when I got both of them in the mail and like the dust jackets, and they came in a box and bubble wrap, you guys did such a great job, like packing them. Like you really not only care about these books, but based on the whole package and your Kickstarter campaigns and your updates and just how you run things, you can tell you very, 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 very much care about your audience. And I appreciated that, just like the way they came and shipped and just everything. And like, if you guys have ever backed one of Kevin's campaigns, he writes you a fucking letter, and I'm gonna
a short letter.
Before we go into I know we need to get into this Kickstarter page, but before we go in, I would tell you guys a story about how full of myself I am at that, which is usually never. But I backed one of Kevin the first time I backed Tart and got some back issues, or I'd gotten the trades. I got volume 1. I can't remember the order I bought them. I bought them in a weird order, but I started backing your Kickstarter campaigns for the single issues. And this was for the Western one, 14, maybe 14. Man, look at me just knowing shit about your comic. Anyway,
that's pretty. I mean, honestly, I think that's pretty good. Most people just talk about it by the story, and that works for me too. But
I'm just out here calling out issue numbers, like, because Kevin's the one I had to like, he knows I've never read his comic before, and I had to read it before he came up. No, anyway, but this nice stationery that resembled the cover of the comic, and he wrote this note, and he wrote it to me, and I thought I was special. I thought like, Kevin was just like, man, you're such a cool, and he said this in the note too. He was like, you're such a cool podcaster and you have a great voice in indie comics. It's been great to get to know you. And thanks for backing my campaign. And I
You
was
want to
like,
hear some weird shit? I write that to everybody. People who don't have podcasts. It's that exact note. It just luckily hit you where you are. That's where you live. But poor Stacy and Iowa who's never heard a podcast. I'm like, what?
Yeah, just like, what is it? It's live streams. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, I thought Kevin just wrote me a real nice note, and then like,
so I do write notes for every physical backer for the hardcovers because I've got months before the books get in.
Nice.
So I've got time.
Nice.
I take like I'll take my daughter to dance. I sit outside because we're not allowed in anymore after COVID, which is fine.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, what happened was that, long story short, the dance place moved during COVID to a smaller place. During the height of it, they said no parents in, and I think they just decided it's too small, keep the parents out. Which
I think they just liked you guys not being in there. Like my buddy taught
have you ever met dance parents? I'd want to keep them out too.
I know, that's what my buddy used to teach guitar to kids, and he was like, dude, it's so cool teaching these kids stuff, them getting excited about music, but their fucking parents.
We can be less than cool like Fonzie. I'll say that. We as a general group can get a little bit hyped about things. But I'll sit outside.
You're an intense dance dad?
I try not to be. To be. But we as a collective
group,
can be. So, but I'll take like 5 to 10 of them. I'm sitting there for an hour and I'll just write out 5 or 10.
Nice.
And these, it's maybe a paragraph, maybe 2 paragraphs. It's not like the big thing. What I found is I need to type one that takes up 3/4 of the page because my mind feels like I have to fill up the page. So if I just wrote it, I'm writing like, 9 paragraphs and I'm like, my
you gotta get smaller stationery.
Yeah.
Just shrink
so
it down.
Everybody who gets physical gets a note for this one. My regular issues, when we've got like a 3-week turnaround, first day backers only get the handbook.
Okay, that's what.
Because I don't want to delay.
It's more than book. Blake, basically, is what I'm trying to get the point across.
Shockingly more than you, but I gotta say, each one is individual. If I know you,
if he knows you, he makes you feel real fucking special.
There you go.
His general notes too are just really. Anyways. Kickstarter is a weird place. It's a weird and wonderful place.
Yeah.
But it's the little things that you do to stand out, connect with your audience, make your audience feel special, make your audience not necessarily maybe don't care about spending that extra 15 or 20 bucks for a prestige hardcover. Make your audience not care about subscribing to PayPal, even though they've never heard of it before. There's like these things that you trick people into doing. No,
yeah, it's all a front. Well, I mean,
you're very good. You're very, and I mean, that's why you did your show. That's why you did Explain Yourself for so long with not Mike Will. And,
yeah.
Sorry. If you're watching, I called you Mike in the green room. I'm sorry. Full disclosure. I'm not perfect. And I didn't even deserve the note that I thought was exclusive to me. I'm just,
that's it. No notes. Here's the Will though. He sends notes and they're all typewritten. So I figured they were all, and he does them sometimes specific to you. Okay. So if you get a typewritten note from Will in his crossover divisions, you have to read them because he'll even go in there and type new things. I don't do that. I don't type. I print out 100 of the same note and then I got everybody's name on it. So if I recognize your name, I'll do something a little bit more specific to you.
Nice.
But like, this is because if it wasn't for Kickstarter, I would not be able to do this any longer. It is the reason Tart still exists. It's not a joke. It's not hyperbole. You talked about being in the direct market. If we hadn't found success on Kickstarter, I like the people at Scout Comics. They would not have liked me if I hadn't been able to prove, hey, I can find an audience. I can keep an audience engaged. So Kickstarter is the reason we exist. So why shouldn't I treat those people with the utmost respect?
Fucking amen, dude. That's the short. That's the the TikTok short. I'm even gonna,
There you go.
hold on. What time we got? We're at. You guys think I'm fucking around? You're gonna see this on the internet more. 39, 20-ish seconds. Okay. Anyway, all right. Couple comments, and I swear to God, we're getting to this Kickstarter page. Kevin, can you tell I just miss you? I just can't focus. I just want to talk to you and know all your secrets again.
Hey,
God
I'm a mysterious man.
I know he's got these mysterious, his long hair. He's got this crazy French artist whose name
you guys don't know what I look
like
like anymore because I only threw like photos out when I was like 16 and like looked okay.
You're like old high school. Like his Facebook is his high school senior picture.
Yeah, I'd do it.
What's up, Garrett? Thank you so much for tuning in, bud. Hold on. He says he threw $5 to the actual campaign since I pre-ordered. That's all right. Fair.
Maybe I'll throw something in there. Maybe I'll throw something in there.
You'll get a super letter.
I'll pour some wine on his thank you note. So
you should get like a wax seal for some people. That's like Tart vibey too, like that.
I think Will has done the wax seal and it's pretty cool, but it's
I thought you were about to say like he said never again, Blake. So
it's time intensive.
Yeah, especially
it's time intensive.
If you had to do that, what, like 300 times?
Yeah, it's
you're
notice
like, waiting for it to melt. Stamp.
Yeah. I write my notes over the months that the books are being printed and shipped. I don't write them when the books are here because it's all about when the books are here, they got to go.
Yeah,
they gotta go.
They gotta
That's
get out.
Yeah,
for both your backers and your family. I'm pretty sure your wife is like, get these the fuck out of the house.
she's pretty darn cool about what I've done to our storage room and what I do to this.
Oh
room.
yeah, you have like a mail room kind of thing in your house, don't you? Like,
I have the walls. We thankfully have one room, and I have taken all of the walls. Nice. So yeah.
Nice. Tate, I haven't seen you in the chat before, but thanks for hanging out. You're obviously cool because you're one letter away from Tart, which means you should head over to Kickstarter and back this campaign. I just removed Kevin from the chat. I'm so sorry. I looked up and I was like, and then I realized I meant to remove Tate. Wow, I am just on it tonight. Kevin, it's like I'm a brand new podcaster all over again, man.
It feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time.
Feels like the very first time. Man, Dave, you're hogging the chat. I'm kidding. Please keep talking. He thought I did too. We just talked about.
No, I recognize Tate's name.
Nice. Well, yeah, because you're broadcasting this to your people right now too, which is cool. I like that. I like that you did that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the wax seals. He said no, Dave. Dave, you got one. You got one coming, baby. Maybe think about a wax seal, handwritten letter. Do it on like fancy parchment paper. Like tear the edges, spill coffee on it, crinkle it up, stretch it out, let it dry, then write a note on it, then fold it, wax seal it. I mean, that takes no time at all. It's basically as fast as I just said it just now. Just do it. Anyway, speaking of just do it, I'm going to show off this book finally after 43 minutes. And actually, 43 minutes into the talk, bringing up the Kickstarter page. That's very on brand for me. Hey, you got a backer. 235 backers. Boom. Nice. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's some of this. God, every panel.
So I do want to point this out. This is from issue 2. Okay. And we wanted to make sure that we were part of the Witch Starter event. And honestly, we realistically, if there's anything that the Toxic Fruit, which is our lead group, emulate, it is kind of a coven of witches.
Yeah,
they do use magic of their own. I haven't verbalized what that magic is. I know what it is, but they also basically go all over the history of the world and learn and borrow and steal magic from others who've learned it. So I wanted to make sure that Kickstarter saw that we truthfully should be in the Witch Starter when I saw it was coming. Nice. Because you gotta use the algorithm any way you can. But this issue 2, we had decided to send her to one of the 2 ice ages.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ludo sent me an email, and the email basically said, I've had the idea to paint this issue because I think it will hit the coldness that we're looking for. Can I paint our comic? And I wrote him back, Ludo, if the question is ever, can I paint the comic? The answer is always yes.
Yes.
And look
Yeah.
what he did. I mean, look at how gorgeous that page is. And I've
Yeah.
seen the real pages. Oh, they are just stunning art.
Do you own any of it? Do you have any of the pages from the comic?
I want one, and I haven't gotten it yet. It is the first page of Tart 3. It is the page where she's looking up and the mansion, the reflection of the mansion is on her goggles. These goggles you can see. That is the one piece of original art that I do hope to own. But these are Ludo's, so we'll see. We'll see. It hasn't sold yet, so.
Come on, Ludo.
No, it's not his fault. There's a long story to why it didn't get my way, and I was perfectly comfortable with
someone
the
have
story.
it? Do we need to do like an art heist?
Someone purchased art in the first Kickstarter and picked that page. So the artwork that Ludo sent that was going to have that page for me, it wasn't in. And then that person changed their mind and grabbed a different page.
Oh.
And that page never got over this way. Ludo, I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it. It's fine. But that's the one I want. That's the one I want on the wall of my house.
Okay. I got you. Also, side note, just take a gander at the right side of the screen. That's that $20 bundle that Kevin mentioned. And if you guys if you just hate beautiful hardcovers that feel great in your hand and just lay flat and open wonderfully and beg you to, finger their pages, if you will, and delicately turn them, and they just like want to be read. These dirty little books, they just want to be read.
That's the other TikTok.
If you like to read digitally, you can get the whole Tart experience for $20, and you can get caught up. You can get caught up to now.
If you back the digital, every couple days I go through and I send the first 3 issues to everybody who backs digitally right now.
Oh, cool!
So you can start reading it.
You can get on it.
And it's not because I'm nice. It's because I think you'll fall in love with it, and maybe you might want.
Oh, maybe you're like, ooh, I need this on.
This is the drug dealer giving the first one free.
Dude, I like that. I'm gonna steal your fucking marketing ideas for all my clients. No.
Some people agree with me that that's a great way to go, and some people think it's the worst idea.
Yeah, some people don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
But like the glitch team who did glitch recently, like their webcomic went to Kickstarter, and they just did their second nicely funded Kickstarter campaign. But their first one, that was their deal. They were like, you can read the issue right now for free, and we still think you're going to come back and give us money. And people fucking did. Like, I was like, I thought, and first of all, I thought that was so like strong and confident. Also cool for the community, cool for the indie book community, just kind of like different ways to stand out on Kickstarter. But no, I mean, giving away a digital issue doesn't hurt your pocketbook that much, right? Like, I mean, like giving them, like the first taste is free, right? And then you come back. That's the joke. But like, especially when you have an established property with several issues, like where you're at now, are you at 18 or the next one's 18?
The next one will be 16. The next issue will be 16.
Okay. So I knew I was going to fuck up eventually tonight. All right. So I'm 2 ahead, but he's got them planned out though. Like they're written, they're not drawn yet, but I'm pretty sure they're probably written.
They're outlined. I know what each issue is, but only issue 16 is scripted.
Okay.
And issue 17 could go multiple ways.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So you could
Yeah.
like swap it up. You could just swip it up
There's
on Kickstarter.
I do have an idea, and I just don't know if we're going to be able to do it. And I've kind of talked to a couple creators about having sort of almost a faux anthology called Tales of the Lost Toxics, where we get to see the end of some toxic fruit that existed before Tart Acid joined the team. And I kind of have the ideas of what those little 4 to 8 page stories would be and why they would be necessary, but hand them to an artist and a writer who aren't involved with us and let them play it. I kind of stole the idea from Rob Multari, allowed me to play in his Nightwolf world
Yeah.
for his hardcover. And it was like, you got 4 pages, you're going to do these characters, and blank character has to die.
Okay.
Go.
That
And,
a similar thing happened with me with Travis Gibbs, Cthulhu Invades Neverland. I got 2 pages in that, and he goes, I want you to write about Solomon Caw, the crow. Here's who he is. He can do whatever you want. It just has to be Solomon Caw. And I was like, okay. And that was cool. Like I still very much like got to tell a story. I also got to experience how hard writing a 2-page comic book script is.
incredibly difficult to tell a story in such few.
It's kind of cruel, actually, if you think about Travis and how cruel it was to give a new creator. No, I'm kidding. I was so appreciative for the opportunity. It was a cool project. But yeah, like everything I wrote was like 3 or 4 pages. And even I like kept cutting stuff, and I was like, what else can I cut? And then oddly enough, I smoked a little bit, fell asleep, had a dream, woke up, figured it out in the fucking dream, scripted it out at like 5:30 in the morning, the night before I told Travis I would have the script that I was already late on, and sent it to him. And I sent it to David Hazan and a couple comic friends first. And they were like, dude, this is intense. This is cool. And I was like, oh, thank God. And then I sent it to Travis, and Travis was like, dude, this is fucking cool. And I was like,
that's how Tart started, right? Have you ever heard this story?
I have not. Hold on. I want to get full screen for this. We'll go back to it. Hit me with that sauce, baby.
So Ludo and I were introduced over email by our friend Anna, who I had met. I met her on my honeymoon, So my wife and I were going to a Neil Gaiman signing at Forbidden Planet in London, because we went to London for a honeymoon.
No,
and you're going to be online. Well, you're going to be on queue for Neil Gaiman for quite a while, and we met. There were probably like 6 people that we really talked to right up there, and they were all really nice. They're Gaiman fans, so of course they're going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And I stayed kind of in touch email with 2 of them, and one of them went to I don't know if it was an art exhibit or a comic convention. She met Ludo, and she loved his art, and she said, what are you doing with this? And he basically told her, I don't know. I've kind of written to here and I'm stuck. And she had read a screenplay of mine, and she said, well, I don't know why this might work, but maybe you could meet this American writer I met. And she got us in touch with each other. And I saw his artwork. I saw what he was doing. And I just, like I said earlier, I couldn't grasp how I could get into the meat of what he was doing. And I couldn't fly that plane. That plane had instruments that I didn't know how to read. It's just like, it's too bad, because this artist is so talented. I gotta figure out how to just latch myself to him. And I went to bed kind of sad that I was going to let this opportunity go. And I woke up about 3 a.m, and I had an image of a girl in an alley waking up, knowing that somewhere around her was a demon that could destroy some part of history, and she had to stop it. I had no idea what the demon had done. I had no idea where she was, none of that. But I was like, oh, this is an entry point into this world. And I went into my bathroom and I grabbed my the old one where you had to hit the number 3 times to get the letters.
Yeah.
And
The
I wrote,
T9.
yeah, I wrote like the first, like 3 or 4 paragraphs of just the setup and kind of like, it's sort of like a mystery. It's sort of like this. I went back to sleep. I woke up. I'm like, didn't I do something? I looked at my phone. I was like, that's not bad. Okay. And then I wrote up the script that basically is issue number 1. And I sent that to Ludo. And he said, yeah, this is cool. I want to do this. This is how I want to do it. So you and I kind of had the same epiphany the same way.
I wrote my comic script on my fucking phone, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
I never write. I'm like vehemently against writing. Oh, I was against writing on my phone because like I like the feeling of the keys. And it feels like more of a tactile connection, even though that's really fucking stupid because you're touching an electronic device, and on your phone you're touching an electronic device. Right. But I just always write on a laptop or a computer. Also because I type really fast and my thumbs like stumble sometimes, right? And I get mad, and I'm really bad about writing through it and not fixing a typo, and then like I'll
got the red lines underneath it that stops you. Yeah.
And so like oftentimes I will not keep writing. I'll fix that, and sometimes you do lose shit. You're like, oh no, what was I, just like in a conversation, you're like, wait, what was I talking about? Wait, what was I talking about? No, I wrote my fucking script on my phone, dude. That's
nice.
Frankie White is the one who told me he writes on his phone all the time.
Really?
Yeah, like because he's like, dude, I always have my phone on me. He was like, even if you have a tablet, even if you have a laptop, you always have your phone. And he's like, I'll be watching a movie, I'll get a crazy idea. Sometimes I won't even pause the movie. I'll pull out my phone, type it up real quick, put the phone back in my pocket. 20 minutes later, I might pull that phone back out again. Boom, 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 boom. And then like, especially now, like you can use like Google Docs or really anything you use will sync up to something, and you can like start on your phone, hop on your tablet, hop on the computer, sit in your bathtub with a tablet and a typewriter.
I don't recommend that.
Yeah, probably don't, but it's just, the story can follow you through technology. Right. Basically, dude, no, that's crazy. Yeah. I wish I could have written something as incredible as Tart the same way. Maybe one day, right? But
I haven't read that. I haven't read that 2-pager yet, so I'm not going to say you haven't.
I mean, it's cool, but it's not. It is cool. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. But yeah, no, it's weird, man. Yeah, fucking dreams. Speaking of dreams, I don't know. Wait, what? I would say Tart is a. Would you say the success of Tart is a dream? Is it a dream come true yet, or is it close, or like is it what you thought it would be ever, or more or less?
It's definitely different than I thought.
Okay.
I have more actual joy that it exists than I expected to.
Okay.
Just the sum total joy of getting, you Kickstarter a book, and then depending on where you print it, in 8 weeks or in 3 months, this thing arrives, and it's this thing that you've been thinking about for 3 months to a year, depending on it. And all of a sudden it's there in this physical form, and it feels like, wow, we did this. And it's not just like myself and the team, it's myself and the team and the backers. We did this. We made this. We all came together and we did this. It's a communal
effort. Yeah.
And I did not get into this to make friends, but I made friends with you. I'm sitting here with my team.
Whoa, dude. Like,
yeah,
I like your comic. No,
I consider you a friend. You can consider me an acquaintance.
I'm an asshole. I made a lame joke. You're my friend.
But I'm sitting here with Charlie Stickney's, White Ash coffee cup.
Yeah.
He's a dude that lives in LA. I live in Fort Lauderdale. We live almost as far away as you can in the continental United States.
Yeah.
And I consider him my friend. I didn't start this to make friends. And yet I've got a lot of friends that
like
do
real
this.
ones
and it's,
too,
yeah,
right? Yeah. Like,
we'll
can
all
rely on and talk to, and
we'll already,
cancel your amazing Friday night live stream show with.
Yeah, that's honestly, as much as I miss the show, I miss talking to Will.
You miss Will. I knew it.
Yeah. No, I love it. Will is a great person. You know,
He's
like
awesome. He's
he
so
really
sweet.
is.
He's so sweet and excited and
Yeah.
really. I really hate that I hate that he's a PhD. I don't hate it, but like I always want to call him doctor all the time, and it's weird sometimes when we're emailing each other. But you know, like when I found that out, it was just
Call him Drawl Red. Drawl. That's hard to say. Drawl Red.
drawl red,
Yeah,
like just
call him
throwing it
that.
all together.
Yeah.
The suffix and
That is
the
super
initial and last
difficult to
name.
say.
Drawl red. It's not Mike.
No.
It's not.
No, but you know, like so there were many bonuses to this that I didn't expect.
Nice.
As far as I'm continually happy when Ludo or I or we together take a risk on the way we present a story and then it hits and it lands. That's something that's really cool about us working together is he's not afraid to let me try something weird and I'm not afraid to let him try something weird. And so we get some, you know, on the wine podcast, David said we're almost experimental, and there are issues that I would agree. There are some issues that are very, hey, this is a plot forward issue that is not going to be that. Hopefully, it's surprising in how the plot twists, but feels like an issue of a comic book they're used to. And then there's a couple of our issues that I think are strange and unique and weird. And when those actually work, I'm really excited. You know, like, oh yeah, we jumped off. We didn't know where we were going to land, and you know, I think we got a good score on our dive. Basically,
I like that. Tart does get weird. Like in the first issue, they're fucking eating teeth. Like, okay, of course. And what's crazier, ladies and gentlemen, is it really doesn't take long for you to be like, yeah, they would eat teeth. Like just like they throw you into the world like that. It's such an organic and inviting and like the water is warm experience. Like as outlandish.
But
as
think
it
about
sounds,
why would we come up with the weirdest ass thing that there is a tooth fairy that gives you money for your baby teeth?
Yeah.
Why does that fairy do that? Well, obviously, demons work on a currency that is based on baby teeth. And that is how they interact with humanity. And we've created what we think is a fake thing. And we're literally just selling our teeth to the demons. I mean, it makes sense, right?
Yeah. How could it not make sense?
Doesn't that make more sense than I'm going to put the tooth that fell out of your fucking face under your pillow and tomorrow there's going to be a quarter? That makes no sense.
A quarter? Dude,
Well,
we got $10 here. Every now and then you got a $20 bill if your dad was a little fucking lit when he snuck into your room at night.
I'm old. I got a quarter. Yeah, my kid got $1, but come on, there's like 20 of them. You can't give $10 a tooth.
I like how I've never felt privileged before until now when I got like 10 regular to like, dude, I lost teeth, got $10 fucking dollars. What are you doing? No.
When I was probably about 8 or 9, they pulled these 2 teeth out.
Yeah.
And they pulled them. I got $5 a tooth that time because it was like a surgery.
Oh,
but the ones that fell out, you get a quarter, dude. And
now I gotta tell my parents that they were good parents. I gotta be like, I guess you guys didn't fuck up that bad.
Yeah.
You gave me $10 for teeth. Speaking of some people, Shawnee, what's up? Shawnee is a regular over on Explain Yourself.
Yeah.
Back. I don't know if you're still watching, Shawnee, but it's still a solid show. But I do miss our old co-hosts.
I hope so, because Ben is doing a really good job.
Ben's awesome, and I love him. Like I said, we'll talk. I need to cover your campaign, and then I can talk about why you're so fucking important to me.
I feel like, don't call it. No. I feel like I'm swatting it away, which is kind of fun. Like really, I'm here to hopefully get some backers, but also I feel like the cat that's knocking the food out of your mouth, like out of your hands. Like,
no, you're knocking it right out of my mouth, Kevin. Right out, like
essential.
Get your fingers out of my fucking mouth, bro. Jesus Christ. This is the new cover. I didn't even try and segue it. This is a beautiful wraparound dust jacket. Did you steal this idea from Will? Because right recently before this, Will had a very fancy wraparound, and they're both different. Like you can steal it. It's okay if you borrowed his idea, but I like this. It's like a poster. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I will say that I will absolutely steal with Will with impunity and no remorse. But Ludo came up with.
He did. Okay.
Well, basically, most of the visuals they're just Ludo. You know, most of the visuals are Ludo. If I write a script, yes, I'm going to say things like, you know, Tart does this, Tart sees this, and I'll be like, in my mind, the demon is kind of, you know, I did one as kind of like almost like canine type of a thing, and it was funny. This was the one time I asked him to change a thing. Is Ludo drew it very much like a dog, and you know, it's an issue where a character bashes the demon's skull in and kills it, and I was like, our demon cannot look that much like a dog. If this is how we're dispatching it, it has to be something less dog-like. And
okay,
you know, like that's the one time I've asked him to change it because I was like, I just can't. I'm a dog lover. I can't.
I know you're a dog. You're a fellow.
You know?
I feel like everybody in fucking comics likes cats, and I like cats a lot. I just feel like so many of our mutuals and friends, like there's just not a lot of people have dogs. I feel maybe it's because of where they live.
Yeah, I like cats.
Or something.
Cats adore me. Cat fur and dander, not nice to Kevin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Couldn't my eyes couldn't be open. My eyes will like almost just shut when I'm near a cat. And
you have like 3 cats, and you're like, you can't even open your eyes. You're like, I'm so happy right now.
If I go into a home with a cat, they're immediately on the couch next to me, even if they don't like humans, because they know the torture they can put.
Yeah, they're like, you're suffocating. That's funny. I mean, not that you're allergic to cool animals. That's sad. But, but it's like they know it. No, they have a weird intelligence. My sister, a cat, Gary, a black cat, ran into her house one day when they were bringing in groceries, and it just fucking moved in, Kevin.
Yeah.
And they let it. And this cat lives a life of fucking luxury, akin to Bruce, who lives in my house. Where we make his dog food, and like he eats organic treats and shit. Like he eats people food without seasoning. It's ridiculous. And like I love him. He's amazing. Like he's really not a great dog. he's really good when people aren't here. Okay. People come over, he loves people so much he gets uncontrollable. Okay. And like no matter what, we cannot teach him not to jump. We can't teach him not like he gets in your face and all he does is lick it. He doesn't bite, but you know, not everybody is like, yeah, cool, let your dog get all in my face. Right. So you know, anyways. So yeah, he's a good boy, but he's not a good boy at all. But he's nice to have around. Anyways. But yeah, it's people with cats don't really get that. Anyway, my sister, this cat ran her house, moved in, then she adopted another cat. So she has cats, and I've hung out with them, and they're very cool. And I like it. I like how you have to earn their respect, kind of. Like they like come and you're like, they like come up to you, and like you're a fucking human being, and you're talking to them, and you're like, oh, what's up, dude? Like, I would really like to hang out with you if you would want to hang out. And the cat's like, dude, honestly, I don't know if I want to fucking hang out with you right now. You're like, no, I swear I'm cool, man. Like I'm not even allergic like Kevin is. And he's like, yeah, that's
why, man. See, that's why you have to earn their respect. They love me.
No.
It's torture. It's really bad, but
yeah.
Cat's, a little sneeze and a eye itch, and I mean and
then you make a friend for life.
Start talking like this too. But yeah.
And Kevin she's still pretty a puppy, right? Like how old is she? She's not even a year old.
She turned 1 October 26th. So yeah, she
really your doggy. Yeah. Oh, that my one day before me. I was I'm the 27th. That's nice. When I turned 1 year old as well. 37 years ago.
Yes. Well, happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks. No, that's cool. By the way, I stopped on this picture so that you could all see this glorious hardcover set, and you're about to be able to add a third one to it. I like how different they all look, right? But the logo, like you still got the logo, and you're keeping the spines uniform.
Mhm.
What do you call it? Well, hold on. What do you, spine vertigo, right? That is that
book. I call it bookshelf vertigo.
bookshelf vertigo. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that, did you come up with that?
Yeah.
Did like DC send you an angry email being like, "Will you take this down?
I would
You
take it
can't
down.
talk about this."
I'd take it down in a second if DC would print their Vertigo books in a way that didn't make my bookshelf like, give me palpitation. I'm not really an anxious person, but when I look up and I see Vertigo, 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 and it's the same book, you know, like I've got the worst is Fables. I've got, you know, Fables 1 through 10, I think, and I think it's volume 3. Everything about it is different. The other ones, you know, like Vertigo's this big and then Vertigo's that big. Well, I guess it's the thickness of the spine. They decide to do it that way.
You can get thick. You can still keep the placement the same. Like, you know, to be fair, Marvel's doing it now too. Marvel changed their spine imagery, their whole like image, like they put like a little cover image on it and shrunk the font for like their omnibuses and stuff. Like, dude, they fucking changed everything. And so many people got mad. I get it, right? Like it does look better all on the shelf. And then I recently found out there's a whole fucking like underground comic book culture of getting your own dust jackets printed. And like people share dust jacket designs and you can send them to printers, and it's just not fucking cheap. Like to get, if you get more ordered simultaneously,
so I could fix that if I wanted to.
Yeah, basically. It's like $30 a book to get it printed.
I'm just gonna stick with that as it is.
Right? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. The one time I bought a dust jacket print, I bought the Jeff Johns Flash Trilogy Omnibus real cheap on a Facebook group for like $50. I got 3 omnibuses. One of them didn't have a dust jacket. So a member of the group sent me a file and he was like, hit up this printing company, give him the file, get it printed. It ended up costing me 30 extra bucks, still $80 for 3 omnibuses. Pretty solid deal. Right. But yeah, like you have to kind of like fold it and set it up, and it comes cut. You just have to wrap it around the book. But yeah, but so dude, some people like all the Daredevil omnibuses, they like redo the Daredevil ones, and then the little like Daredevil heads like all line up on the bottom, and like they fucking nerd out about it. And it's a huge deal now to get your own dust jackets printed. So anyways, Kevin's doing that for you. You don't have to do that.
We match it as close as we possibly can. And now that we're working with Print Lore, and as long as she'll work with us, she's going to do all of these. That's the thing. It's got the spine has to match the last volume. That's there.
Wow, I should have scrolled down.
You see volume 2? Like, volume 2 kills me. I don't love that volume 3 and 4 of the Vertigo is so much bigger, but I guess that's the width they decided they wanted to fill it with the words. I don't love it, but okay. But volume 2, just because it's a different printing, it makes no sense to me. It really hurts my eyes, doesn't it?
Even the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Wow.
3, 4, and 5 look great.
What a shit.
Well, no, 3 and 4 look great. 3 and 4 look great.
No, 4 and 5 look great. 3 and 6 are clusterfucky.
Are they out of order? I don't know. My eyes are bad.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Anyway,
Alex, let's all count.
Yeah.
A 1, a 2,
a 3.
How many books on a Kevin's shelf? That was my Transylvanian attempt, and I apologize for everybody that had to hear that. But yeah, so Kevin is really against his spine vertigo, and I like that. I like that spine vertigo doesn't bother me that much. I like that Kevin cares so much, because so many people don't.
Well, and here's the thing: like,
make you deal with it.
If you're the type of person who just wanted to buy the first trade paperback and then you're cool with buying the hardcover for number 2, you don't care if they match up. And that's fine with me too. But if we're going to do the hardcovers, I would like it when we get up to 6, 7, 8, however long it actually
Mhm.
is. I would like it to be that one beautiful section on your bookcase.
Especially when you get them all in that slipcase, which we
So
haven't.
the slipcase is my dream.
Yeah,
I
and
haven't
it's gonna
yet
happen.
talked to
It's a
them.
dream that's gonna happen. I'm
Yeah.
manifesting it. We're
I
manifesting it, Kevin. It's
it
happening.
is a huge hope and dream. As long as, as long as they don't take me or Ludo away before we finish this story, we're
What
gonna
the
do.
fuck? How did we just go into like in case the thought police come and take us away for
No, not thought police. More like heart attacks and car accidents.
Oh, okay, all right. No, okay. I like how I went to fucking Orwellian thought police and not just like we're all getting older and shit happens.
I'm just
I'm gonna
saying.
live forever.
God bless you. I'm well aware I'm not promised tomorrow, but if I'm given it, I'm gonna try
We're
to
gonna
keep making
try.
this book.
We're gonna
But
try.
as long as we finish it, we're gonna try to have those books, and then in that last hardcover, I'm gonna talk to Sam and see if it's if a slipcase that is built to take those books, if it's possible. So we're gonna try. That's the dream.
Dave Hogg in the chat again. He says, he gets custom labels printed for DVDs and Blu-ray are so much better. Yeah, okay. I used to do this too back when I used to pirate the shit out of everything, guys. I was the guy in high school. Like I was the guy you went to for like the new DVD movie. Like I was fucking Blockbuster basically. My fucking weed dealer gave us a discount because when he came over, I would give him like 8 new movies like burned on a disc that he could like put in a DVD player. Because this was before like you couldn't stream. There wasn't fucking streaming. Like we were like, I'm old. Like this shit was on discs and like you had to fucking like download movies. And I overclocked my fucking desktop PC to shave a half hour off of the encoding time when you like turned a movie file into a DVD file and burned it. But yeah, it's I used to do that too. I had a label maker where you could print you burn the DVD and then you print a label and put the disc like in a holder and put the sticker on it and it put like a label on the actual DVD and looked real-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I used to do that, dude. People fucking flipped out. I used to make beer money on that.
Nice.
I'm really glad we went into this conversation about
sounds to me like you made weed money.
That too, yeah.
I knew a girl once whose pot dealer had a crush on her. And
that's the worst. You can't do that.
And he would basically not make, but create scenarios where like she'd have to go to Broadway plays with him, and then he'd sell her the weed afterwards.
Oh wow! I thought you were gonna say like he was like, oh yeah, you like $20.
No, from
here's $100 worth of weed.
From the stories that she told me, he was super nice about it. It wasn't a reciprocated interest, nice. But like basically some of his other customers were like acting in Broadway shows, so they give him 2 passes and he'd be like, well, I'm gonna go to the show, why don't you come with me and we'll talk after. So like she said, she got to go to some really great Broadway shows.
Yeah, it's I just burned DVDs. I didn't ever get to hang out with cool. I mean, I hung out with cool girl. That's so weird. That's a whole different story. Anyways, but look at these book notes. Wait, hold on. What the fuck are these things called? Booklets.
Book plates.
Book plates. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They're basically
I'm
stickers.
on my segues tonight. I want everybody in the chat to just know like how great I've been at absolutely god awful terrible segues tonight. No, but this is one of the favorite things I like about this campaign. I like it so much because I can't afford it, but it's nice to dream about. But if you got the fucking scratch, Kevin will itch you.
Yeah.
God, if you've got the itch, Kevin will scratch you. What the fuck? I've done this before. I swear, Kevin. I've been live online several times before.
I mean, I've had people pimp my books before. I've never had people pimp me. So this is nice.
Dude, I'm all about lifting the creative here. Like the books are a fucking bonus. That's why people hire me. Like I'm not even shitting you right now. Like I've gotten jobs because people have told me like, I like talking to you more than this guy. And I'm like, wow, didn't expect that, but let's go. Let's party. And anyway, so but what's cool about these book plates, guys, is Kevin will mail them to everybody on the team, even people overseas.
Mhm.
You can get them sketched as well, as you see here. And this is one how because don't you have one that like it was didn't you have one that like extended through multiple campaigns that got like this one got sketched twice or like
Oh, so this one was sketched twice because we had two artists on that book. This
okay,
came from
okay.
Submerged. So I'm looking at it. On the left is Carl Moline,
Oh,
and on the right is Ludovic's
okay.
original art. So what we do is we do a 1500. We hope to do a 1500 book printing. When we did Tart Volume 1, they printed 1,500 books. And so that's all we have of Volume 1. So I don't, even if we
You sold
had
out yet?
no, we've got them. We've got them. But let's say Tart Volume 2, I had the ability to sell 1,800 units, I wouldn't have printed them because I am not going to print more Volume 2s than Volume 1s.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that to people.
Well, you
where
learned
they can
that
get,
with your single issues, didn't you? Like you weren't I've seen you talk about that. Like how
yeah,
like you always have like extra 2s and 4s, but like 1s and 3s or and like weird numbers you'll run out of, right?
yeah. There's certain things that are harder, but so we've got. I'm going to print at least 1,000. I think we're going to make 1,500. I think we've got a really good shot at that based on where we're at.
Okay.
So that's limited in and of itself, really, because 1,500 seems like a lot, but it's actually
It's
pretty
not much at
small.
all. Yeah.
But to make it even more special, we do these book plates and we number them 1 to 100. And they start in France with Ludo because he's the one person outside of America. So he signs 100 and then he sends it around to the team in order. And eventually they come to me. I sign them and then I number them 1 to 100. So we've got 1,500, which is already limited, but actually we have 100 numbered as our really super special
Okay.
ones. And
I just like that you have everybody
yeah,
letter editor like
yeah.
everybody signs this thing. Like
But here's this important thing. If you backed Submerged and you were number 14 and you back this one and get it again, I'm going to send you 14. You are going to be number 14. If you stick with us, number 14 will always be your number. That's my goal. And when I did the posters the last campaign and I did 100 posters, if the person who was number 14 in the Submerged campaign got the poster, they got poster number 14.
that's dope. Those
Yeah.
posters also were fucking sick. Those
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a way to be special. They're super expensive.
Yeah, they're
Not everyone should get them.
not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, but if you've got it, you're gonna get. You
It's
can
worth
get it
it. You get a
with
little you get
original
a
art.
sketch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get a fucking
Well,
sketch.
not necessarily. There's two ways. You can pay for it without the sketch and save money, or you can add the sketch.
Yeah, you can
It's whatever is good for you. But I've got to pay Ludo and last campaign Ludo and Carl to do the art, so I have to pay them. So
how many did they end up having to do? Like
25.
20. Okay. Oh,
And I have a
that's
couple
still a
left
lot. They
over.
put effort into them, so they
Yeah,
look nice, but
they're
it's still like
gorgeous.
it's not like you hit them with like a here's a 60. I need 65 of each of these buds.
Well,
We'd love to be there though.
if we would have had 65 people pay for it, they would have done
They would have done
65
it.
and they would have been very happy because they were getting paid on every
Yeah,
one.
right. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they get a whole page rate for a fucking corner of a book plate, guy. No,
they both are.
it was fair, I'm sure. Yeah,
They were fair to me so that I could be fair to our backers. It's expensive, but it's not insane.
Yeah, no, it is expensive, but it's for what it is. It's very very worth it, and not many people do book plates like that. And I like it.
I stole that from, I think Russell Nohelty did it. I think I stole it
Of
from one
course,
of his campaigns.
fucking Russell does everything.
Mhm.
He just gets it. By the way, I just want to scroll through real quick. I just want to show off I mean, look at these layouts. These
Mhm.
layouts, you get this all day in Tart. And with art this good all the time. This is just, and then here's some cool quotes for stuff. He didn't.
About those layouts, that's all Ludo. I'll send him. This wasn't. I didn't send him this page. I sent him all the action you see. Panel 1 through what? There's like 12.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 panels. I might have sent him a 9-panel grid in the script. I can't remember.
Wow.
Ludo looks at it. He takes his education as a painter and decides, how can I tell the story we're telling in the most graphically interesting way? And he goes crazy. So much of our pages are not at all what I envisioned, but they're exactly the story I expected to tell.
How old is he? He looks really young.
He's so I'm 48. He's probably getting close to 40 now.
Really? Okay.
He's about 10 to 15 years younger than me, I think.
Wow.
But I don't know exactly.
Ish.
Yeah.
I just turned 30.
You guys are babies.
Yeah. Just little youngins.
We're
We're just little youngins with startings of bad backs, and poor joints. Every time I see a picture of him, yeah, he just looks like a spring fucking chicken. There Kevin is again with no fucking hair. Those are the trades. Those aren't hardcovers, are they?
Those are the soft cover.
Those are trade. Okay.
Yeah.
The hardcover volume 1 has that cover though, but it's foil, correct? Or it's foil underneath?
No, different cover.
Oh, it isn't?
Yeah, I can grab it if you want.
Wait, hold on. I looked at it earlier.
It's the same character. I mean,
it is okay.
It's a redhead. You just passed it.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Hold on.
Stop.
Oh, it is a little different. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same character.
I don't have that.
They're both Tart.
No, I feel like I need that too. God
damn.
damn
I think you must have gotten the soft cover then.
No, I have the hardcover. I don't have the soft cover. The one, the front facing cover.
You don't have the front facing.
Yeah, I have these two.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, I have these two, and then I have the Scout Volume 1. And
which is
Volume
super
2
rare.
Still not come out?
It has not come out.
Motherfuck Indie Comics. What are you guys doing out there? No, I'm just kidding. No, sorry.
I don't know. I don't know the hows or the whys, so I'm just not gonna speak on it.
I know. I just know. I pre-ordered it a long time ago.
We got hit with paper shortages, or hurricanes, and I have no idea now.
Industry woes. Yeah, no, it's
maybe they're just busy and don't realize they forgot. I don't know. I send an email every couple months, but this is I love that they've given me the opportunity, and I love that people have found us, and I'm super happy being with them. I'm super happy being with Scout Comics.
I love how Kevin is PR and everything I say. He's like, okay, I chuckled after what Blake said, but for real, I appreciate everybody. I would like to thank Unreal Scout. No.
I would super not want to be fired.
I would really like for you guys to keep putting out. By the way,
when it comes down to it, my job is to get these books out, and I've failed sometimes to get the books out fast enough. So that's on me. And but when I can get the books to them, it's their job to get them out when it works for the company. I care about. I like other creators, and Charlie. I love Charlie. He's got White Ash there, and I want it to succeed. I'm myopic. I'm thinking about Tart, but I do know that Scout Comics can't think about Tart. They have to think about their entire line and how Tart works in that line. And I'm not privy to those conversations. Yeah. So I'm really not sure what it is. So even speaking on it, even if I'm super happy or super mad, I'm ignorant of the decision. So it's not smart for me to talk about decisions that I'm not privy to.
It's not smart for me to talk either, Kevin, just in general. By the way, there's still people in the chat too, so we have to keep talking. Nice. What if there was a sour apple,
break them, Blake. We'll break them.
Yeah, we'll get you guys out of here. If there was a sour apple Slayer, was there anything close to that I'm not thinking of, or there's like,
I mean, Lemon Lamorgue would be our one with the
but most. You don't have like a real sour apple flavor yet?
No, we don't have an apple. We don't.
I was really trying to segue hard into this. I went to the store and I 100 milligram gummy here of a sour apple, and I want and this
100
is,
milligram?
yeah, it's cool. We're gonna sleep good tonight. And sour apple.
Man, I don't understand.
We won't. This will be long before you leave. Don't worry. It takes a while. But it's a giant gummy. Wow.
Gonna miss you, Blake. I'm gonna miss you.
I've done it before. No,
No, I assume you'll be back 3 weeks from now when you wake up.
my buddy told he was like, dude, I'd be done. I was like, dude, I'm gonna have fun for an hour, and then I'm gonna have like 8 hours of the best sleep I've had in weeks. Wow, now I'm talking with a mouthful.
What is a normal gummy? I've never heard 100 milligrams. Was it 5, 10, 15?
There are 5 and 10. 10 are like what you take to the bar with you that you might give like a friend, right? Like 5, 10. I usually buy like 20s and 25s and 30s.
Okay.
You eat like 1 or 2 of those, you're pretty good. Like I said, this is gonna be fun for an hour, and I'm gonna go sleep.
See, I'm an old guy who don't know, so I'm like, well, hey, man, have fun. 100 sounds like a lot.
It's a lot. It's not a childish amount.
Okay.
My dad went to the store and I told him because they're might have my dad buy my weed legally because he's fucking old and he gets a senior citizen discount. So he gets like 9% discount. And there's a hefty tax on marijuana, right? So that 9% is not my sister and my new brother-in-law do the same. Like anytime we can like make dad go to the dispensary. And
your dad, your mule? What are you doing?
He's
man?
retired. He's fucking retired.
Is he pocketing the 9%?
No, he usually gets like if
you got to pay him back for those teeth, Blake.
If we send him to buy gummies and stuff, he usually gets taken care of. But he gets a senior citizen discount. So yeah, it's, you save a few bucks if you send him there. And but you never know if they don't have, like, you have to send dad with like a B, and C plan. Because like you can't rely on him to talk to the bud tender and formulate a decision. And he'll go wild. He'll be like, they didn't have these gummies or this other thing you wanted, so I bought you enhanced potato chips. It's like, whoa, dad, that's not what I wanted. That's the risk that you take. But,
there's pros and cons.
He went today and I had him pick it up, and he came back and he was like, I got you a sour apple one. And I was like, holy shit, sour apple tart. I was like, I got to just eat this thing on the stream. And I actually told Dave, we're in our chat on Facebook. I was like, I kind of want to eat this when it starts, but I was like, I don't want to make Kevin mad or nervous. And he was like, Kevin's a pro. He won't care. And I was like, yeah, but I would like to think I'm a pro too. And I don't want to be like, an hour into this, we're going to be fucked.
I'm always here for a little bit of chaos, whether it's good for me or not. I am a little bit for the high wire act. So we'll see how it goes. You know? Yeah.
It's like I said, it's gonna, we'd have to be here for a little bit longer for it to like really hit. Watch my social media posts later, ladies and gentlemen, if you're really curious to see what happens. But no, there's been a couple times where I've watched you get pretty lit when you were streaming. Yeah. But it was the couple times where I ended up on your show and then we had the bonus chat afterwards was when I really saw I really saw Kevin Joseph fucked up. And I was like, where's this guy on the stream?
Yeah. When those shows would get into the 1 o'clock, 1:30, and then the talks would go to like 2 or 2:30. And I would never start drinking until the show started.
Yeah.
And so if it was like a 2-hour show, sometimes by the end I was getting pretty good.
Yeah.
And there were times where Will and
glasses.
Will doesn't drink. Will's
really?
a teetotaler. Yeah. And I'm not drinking right now either.
So when he's drinking, sometimes I thought he was drinking when he was drinking.
No. Will hasn't as much as far as I know.
What a square will. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
He's a
sweet
you're
square.
a sweet man. And anytime anybody doesn't want to pollute their bodies with anything
Yeah.
you don't want to pollute your bodies with, I support that.
Yeah.
That
Will
was a
like
joke.
runs for fun. Like what?
Oh, I hate those people. I'm taking back everything I just said about supporting
Yeah.
bodies. Listen, I give Wine and Comics Dave shit about that too sometimes, because he's like, yeah, man, go for a walk, and I'm like, who the fuck are you? Like, no, that's
I really
outside.
when I'm back off the wagon, because we talked about this one. I do want to go back on the wine show and actually
I do
drink some
too.
wine
I
with
want to
him,
get.
because
I
did miss that part of it.
I want to get fucked up. I want to get fucked. You know what's funny? I hope he's still watching. He made me so mad one time about like this like what's a comic book review, or what's a reviewer and what isn't a reviewer. And we had this like I got just like, I was having a bad day and I got real fucking mad at him, and like and I was like talking about it online, and I was like I fucking review comics. Yeah, like Blake's Buzz reviews. Like, no. But then he ended up like I would consider him like a good friend. Like he's so encouraging, and he has your back, and he loves fucking comics, and he loves talking to people about comics, and he's got a cool show. But yeah,
well, he's super intelligent and knows a lot about a lot of things.
I think that's another reason why that made me mad, because I was like,
you were afraid he was right.
I know. I was like, this fucker knows what he's talking about. but no,
there are a lot of times though where on you're reading a tweet or a social media, you can only read the words as you are reading them. You're not,
and you add a tone to it sometimes, even if it's not there. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're like, I bet he looks like this when he was typing it.
and
he's still here. He's oh, fuck you, Dave. Every nice thing I just said about you. All right.
He's on the elliptical.
Feel bad about it. It's fine. Fucking sweat out your carbs, you piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I really do though. I was not lying. Like, he made me, I got so mad, but it ended up like we kept talking and like talked through it, and then later
the only time Dave pisses me off.
Yeah,
the only time Dave pisses me off is when he fucks me up in chess. Other than that, we're cool. When he pulls out some weird knight or rook bullshit that I'm not expecting, then I'm fucking pissed at David.
I love that. I've been in your Discord for a while. You guys are the only people that play chess there, right? Like, I don't.
So far, yeah. Nobody's
anyone else
us.
like hop in the chess games, but yeah,
because the other people in this Discord are nice cowards.
I love this. The shit talking's getting real. But for real, like Dave has an awesome show.
A couple times.
Wine and Comics Pairing. He has a great co-host. They will make you. They are knowledgeable. They will make you interested in books, and they will also make you laugh. Similar to what this show does in a more sophisticated way, maybe. I don't know, but I like to think there are a handful of people. I still don't believe it all the time when people tell me, but also part of me believes it. Like, I'm a good talk, I'm a good interview, and people like coming on my show. And Dave has another show like that. Like, Dave will take the time. He'll take the time before you get on there to get to know you, to get to know your work. They got cool stuff to talk about. They're engaging, they're fun, and then they add the wine drinking alcohol mixture into it with some good questions and spinoffs. It's a solid show. You guys check that out. Go follow him. While you're doing that, go over to Kickstarter, back Tart. If you haven't gotten the previous 2 hardcovers, you should just get all 3. Like Kevin said earlier, it's getting more expensive. Like, do it now.
Time to do it now.
Yeah, and if you don't have all them, if you just have a little bit of money, if you go to this website, first you need to turn off your virus scan. Then go to paypal.com, sign up, make an account. No,
paypal.ru.
No, it's PayPal. We're joking, but no, like Kevin's doing a cool deal where if you want to pay for things now and a little bit later, like I think that's a smart deal. Okay, so right now there's a Ninja Turtle tabletop RPG campaign going on.
I saw a couple people back that today.
If I had $500 sitting around that I didn't need, Kevin,
yeah,
I would dump it. And there's all these dice. There's a dice set for each turtle and an aluminum dice set for Shredder.
Wow.
Then there's a TCRI ooze dice set that has goop in the dice, like swirling, sparkling goop that rolls around and moves. And then there's miniatures if you want to get the miniatures. And then there's the 2 hardcovers. You could back the 2 hardcovers for nothing. It's very, very
Are
affordable.
they comics or are they the rules of the game?
Both. They have comics, new comics that were written to coincide with the rules of the game, stretch goals that may extend some of these narratives. But yes, they're basically like Dungeons and Dragons hardcover rule sets for this TMNT, but everything's been like redone. The images they've added color. Kevin Eastman's on board offering like all his, like he's doing special. Him and Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird got together and did special covers for it for this foil stamped edition that's like way more expensive, right? Anyway, and so like I would like, part of me is like, wow, this is like, I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons. I love TMNT. I love dice for some reason, even though I don't use them a lot. I just think they're really cool. And like, if I had the money, I would dump this into the campaign. If they had an option that was like put your PayPal in,
guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. If 100 people back all 3 volumes of Tart and comment, Blake sent me TMNT, I will back it for $500 and you guys can all come to my house and we'll play it.
We got to do it. We got to make it happen.
But I can't afford that unless we do some crazy stuff with this.
Yeah, we got to ramp it up and
like
crank
you
it up
said,
to 11.
If you've got it, I get that. I think it's I'm not
if you
a
could make payments on it
player.
Like,
yeah.
That would be, dude, do you know how many fucking Sideshow toys I bought because of their payment plans? An irresponsible amount.
Well,
that is true. True.
well, our subscription is an experiment. We're going to stick with the 9. And as long as I really realize it works, we may do more. So
it's
probably between campaigns, maybe when I've delivered Dave and everybody else who's done it with the Kickstarter backers, maybe I'll open it up for 20 or 25 people. And see, because I want to make it. I don't. These are expensive, but I think they're a good value, and I want to be able to get it in people's bookshelves.
Nice. No, like I said, I think it's a good idea. I almost think Kickstarter should just implement it, kind of like there's a lot of things I wish Kickstarter did. Like I wish Kickstarter had a cloud storage deal where everybody who used Kickstarter that sold digital comics uploaded them to the Kickstarter cloud, so that if you had a Kickstarter account, you could always download your digitally backed comics. I think that would be really fucking cool. I know it's a big, I know like it's a good idea that to execute would be like a huge deal, but it would just be nice because there's,
but if they sold them for $2 a digital comic and split it with the creators, they'd be making money. So Blake, you back to me, you get my digital. You can always in your computer, you take your iPad into the bath like I told you not to do it. You drop it. Oh no, I need it. You can get your new iPad and you can download it again for free.
Yeah.
But you're thinking, well, I really want that new Galarian PDF from Charlie Stigney. You could go to his campaign and buy Galarian #1 for $2, $4, $6, whatever. Kickstarter takes half. Charlie gets half. He doesn't even realize it's coming. Everybody's happy. So it's not, I don't think you're wrong that it's something that Kickstarter could actually profit off of, but they have to see that there is profit at the end of the road. And they're a really good company who does their best, but it's certainly, there's certainly some things that I wish I think they could polish it from a really nice, shiny thing to the most gorgeous jewelry you've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I also don't know the cost to do that either.
It's same, like that, the building and perfecting and grease wheeling the infrastructure, right? And making it to where it will, this isn't just a good idea, it's going to work. You know,
Right.
I get that. So anyways, like I get it, but it would be, other people have said it would be nice too. Cause there's, some people, like I've gotten links that expired, or like
Mhm.
I recently like made a big boo-boo on my Google Drive account. I was trying to clear space to upload podcast video, like to keep my videos stored in case I needed them to make like
Right.
shorts and stuff. And I was clearing space, and I had folders nested in a weird way that I guess I didn't know. And like, I mean, dude, some anime I've had on USB drives and shit from when I was a kid, like Gundam collections, like that's all gone.
Oh,
Like my all my Kickstarter digital comics are gone, right? And like,
it's
and
tough.
a lot of that, like I don't read right away, right? So basically, like I've spent a lot of $5 on campaigns for books that I'm probably never gonna read now. Which is
Yes.
whatever. Like, like I'm not like super mad about it, but it would be nice if there was a way to recover that, like is
Right.
typical with any other digital platform that most of us are tied to in one way or another. And maybe one day it'll happen, but
Yeah.
regardless, if you spend that $20 on the Tart digital collection, put that shit on, buy a new USB drive, put that shit on a USB drive and put it in a safe place just in case. Like just
And
boom.
if you ever accidentally delete yours,
You can hit up Kevin.
email me and
Yeah.
I'll send you the thing. I had somebody go, I don't know why I can't find 14. I was driving, like so stop at the red light. I read it. Oh, they need 14. Oh, green light, put the phone down. Next red light, I go into, Dropbox or Google Drive. I send it to them in like 7 minutes. Like,
Nice. Yeah, it doesn't, it's
yeah,
not hard. It's not like
no,
really putting a creator out there, but
no.
but
And
yeah,
it's telling me you want to read it. Like
yeah.
you can't do anything nicer to me than that.
See, it's funny because I feel awkward about it because like it'd be like if I hit you up and I was like, oh, remember when I backed Tart like a year ago? I never read any of them, and can I get those now? Because I
Okay.
want to read. Like that's where I feel weird.
I get where you're coming from, but because I have a reading pile this high next to my reading pile, that high next to my reading pile, that high.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, buddy. Yeah,
I don't get mad at anybody if they haven't got to my
yeah.
book yet.
Some
Because
people
I
get
get it. I'm terrible. A lot of times I'll read like the first 3 issues and be like, all right, this is great. And I'm gonna back it till it ends. And then I'm gonna read it all because I've got I know a lot of people that do this. I love to back. Now sometimes I just do digital because I gotta save a little bit of money. But yeah,
now sometimes you gotta wait because like some of our mutuals like to drop books like every 2 months,
mhm.
and it's like, I love you, but I'm not going to pay you $10 for shipping every 2 months. Like I
Mhm.
might wait till the end of the year and get a little bundle action, right? Or
Right.
something, something like that. Cause yeah, some people like if you have the mentality and the means, yeah, put a book out every month
Yeah.
on Kickstarter, but
I
that's
think I think if you are, and I'll say it, if you are Pat Shand and you can create really good books that are fun to read and you've got an audience and you can deliver
Mhm.
12 books a year, I will never tell you not to.
Yeah.
Because Pat Shand can do all those things and he has done all those things and he's proved it. I can't back 12 Pat Shand campaigns a year and then also back Dave's campaign when it
Yep.
comes out.
That's what
And
hurts. Yeah.
and so when it comes down to it, I'm like, I love Pat, I love his books. I'm going to back every Destiny New York volume that he puts out, guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that is for me the most Kevin.
Yeah.
So that I'm there. But I'm definitely going to choose Dave's first Kickstarted book. I'm going to back that over, a Thirsty Volume 3, which I know is going to be great too. But I also know Pat's book's going to get made.
Yeah.
I don't have I don't have to back Pat's book for him to achieve his dream. And I'm not going to have to do that for Dave either, but his readership is starting and I can be part of that.
Yeah.
So
you'll
help
be
him achieve it. So it's more like, okay, the ethos of a Kickstarter is you're helping someone achieve their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I've helped. Pat was quite on his way to his dreams.
We've all helped Pat a little bit. I think we can say that.
What I'm saying is Pat had achieved everything before Kevin backed a single thing. I haven't helped him make it, but I'd rather that $25 this month, go to Dave and his first book, so that he can feel what I felt.
Mm-hmm.
You know. And then guess what? When Destiny New York volume 6, 7, 8, whatever he's on next comes out, I'm gonna back it because it's a great comic book. And I might back a Thirsty if it comes out in a, because it's a, hey, if you like not safe for work stuff, Thirsty, Cheeky, that whole world, that's some of the sexiest, most fun
and good story. Good
stories wrapped around good sex. You know, like I'm a grown man. I'm not worried about it. But you know, that's my thing. And but if you can deliver, do as many campaigns as you want. But I hope when they're doing that many campaigns, they're cool with people not backing everyone. That I hope, you know.
I think everyone knows that. And
I think you can hold me to that then.
Yeah,
I'm on record.
He'll remind you in the Discord later, I'm sure.
If I'm alive, we already talked. I could be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, Kevin could be Kevin's last podcast. Sorry.
It's been fun if it is.
It could be my last podcast.
Oh my
Who
God,
knows
if this is my last podcast, you come down here and make people watch it at the funeral. Just put them through it. Be like, this is the one that killed Kevin, and he said you had to.
Yeah. And it's his dying wish that you all sit here for 2 hours. Watch this fucking podcast.
So if I do die, tell my wife to wait 4 months for the funeral. And everybody who comes, as sad as you are, you have to like box up a book and address it for a backer, because I don't want to leave that shit to my poor wife. So all you people, you know, I don't need pallbearers, but I do need
fulfillment funeral.
I need a fulfillment funeral if I go.
Holy shit. That's the best thing I've ever heard on this show. God damn, man. That's a man who loves his wife right there, ladies and gentlemen.
But you probably won't get a handwritten note then. If you do, that's gonna be some creepy shit.
Yeah, that's gonna be some shit. Oh my God, that's amazing. On that note, Kevin, I've kept you for 2 fucking hours, man. It doesn't feel like we were talking that long. I just looked at the time. I was like, holy shit. It was super fun. I really do miss you on Friday nights, man. I mentioned this in the green room and I kind of mentioned it in the talk earlier, but like the whole reason Blake's Buzz does this shit that I do live streams is because I stumbled across Kevin Will's Explain Yourself, and I had so many people wanting to come on the podcast, and I was getting into Kickstarter and I couldn't accommodate all the requests.
Right.
And so I started saying like, hey, let's do a live stream. I'm going to get fucking drunk. Let's get like 5 or 6 people on to talk about their comic book. And I will moderate it the best I can / not at all. And like, we'll see what happens. And like, you know, my personality was different than your guys's, right? So it was the same, but different. But you guys inspired me to do that. Both you guys made it seem so fun. And I just wanted to help the indie community. Right. And that's why all this shit started happening, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Like I was like watching Kevin and Will and wanting to help indie creators. And, you know, now luckily I'm in a different position, and like day job is comics marketing now. Right. Mm-hmm. And like, I get to, you know, I can do a few shows a week now and just focus on the individual creator, which a lot of you are laughing right now, because you're like, you talk about yourself 85% of the time, which is true. But I'm also pretty sure anybody who watched the first few minutes of this episode, like, if you didn't sit there and be like, man, maybe I should check Tart out, like, you're stupid. I don't know. That's sorry. Sorry, not sorry. No,
don't be stupid, people.
Don't be stupid, back Tart. But no, like, I for real, like, I almost said I grew up watching these guys. I as a podcaster, I grew up watching.
We are pretty old compared to you, so maybe. Will's older than me, so I'm the baby of that show.
Oh wow, yeah, that's nice. But yeah, it's you know, they had this really cool show, and they passed the reins down, and it's still going. Explain Yourself is still going, and it's still a good outlet, and you can find out about some cool indie con. Kevin, you did your own show semi recently, with the new hosts, and so anyways, yeah, it's just, I was really excited about this talk tonight, just because I was excited to catch up with you and just like, and actually like talk to you, right? Like not like not type to you in Discord, not type to you on Facebook, but like actually talk and laugh and tell jokes and stories. And also just dude, I fucking miss you, man. I miss your presence online. And but I guess, you know, that's a pretty good way to leave it, right? Like, you're still making your comics, you're still doing everything you set out to do, and people miss you. And so like I would say you did it then. You left on that note, you succeeded. And
we left because I could no longer stay up that late, and Will and I couldn't figure out where we could both do the show.
Yeah, you guys got,
and it was like I didn't want to do that show without Will. Will didn't want to do that show without me.
Yeah.
And we found somebody who could do the show, and I think it's better. Will I ever do another podcast? Probably will. You know, probably will, but no,
I give it a year. I give it a year. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna be like, God damn it. You're gonna be like, what do I do now?
I do have an idea.
Nice.
I know what it'll probably be.
Nice. Well, that's good. Like I said, you guys you always had it, and you still do. You still have a great voice in the indie community. People still follow you. People still, you know, you're still making, like I said, you're still making comics. You're still very much in the industry. It's just you've taken a break from this.
I just go to sleep at a normal time on Friday.
Yeah, now you go to sleep at a normal time, and then have to wake up early in the morning because of your puppy and kids and family shit. Which I get it. I get it, man. I get it. But I do hope you know that, like, I'm not the only one. Like, I've talked to numerous people about it, and there are a lot of people that like love you and Mike. Will.
Me, Mike.
Yeah, you and Will, as a joke. I call, but
I thought maybe the 100 milligrams was catching up.
Not yet. No. This is all whiskey.
The next time we go, I want you to drop it like right at the intro, and I want to see.
Dude, I really did almost do that tonight, and I was like, I respect Kevin too much.
Tart Volume 4.
I'll be there. That's funny. Dave, I was talking to Dave about it. He was like, I told you that. I was like, he was like, Kevin's a pro, he can deal with it. And I was like, dude, I'm the one who's worried about it. Like, I'm the one who, like, if an hour into the stream,
let's get up on the high wire and just start crossing.
Like, just see what happens. Like, fucking get some ghosts and cross some streams, baby. No. But no, like, I really want you to know that the indie community will always have big love for you and Will. And anybody who knows comics and is smart in the industry should have big love for Tart. But you are just you're a special entity in this weird little world we're all involved in. And I really want you to know that, like, I'll always appreciate you, because you did change my career projectile in a sense. Like, I was very fine doing something, and you introduced me to a new way of doing it, and I stole your idea, and here I am. And
God bless it. You know, like, the more people talking about indie comic books, the more it gets validity in people's minds. I mean, I have this thought in my head of something called greedy giving, and you know, you give of yourself, and then eventually it'll come back to you. And you know, like, I'm no saint. I'm trying to succeed for myself, but if we can all succeed together, that's more fun.
Yeah.
You know,
As long as yours.
If I'm drowning,
is not real.
Yeah. If I'm drowning, I will grab your head and I'll push you under so I can get up. I'm not a saint.
But when I push myself up, I'll scream about indie comics.
There you go.
Kickstarter is the way. Oh no, but yeah. Anyways, I fucking love you, dude. I really do. You'll have us. I hope I hope I get to meet you one day, like for real. I would love to. I would love to hang out with you and talk and laugh and tell stories, very akin to this, but we're like in the same sweaty bar or wherever. It's slightly weirder because we're in person. I don't know. But it was great getting to talk to you. It's great getting to see Tart evolve into this beautiful new kind of art project that it's becoming, in these absolutely gorgeous hardcovers that you and your team are working so hard to produce. That if you all are still watching, and some of you are, and you're liking this and not commenting, that's cool. I mean, hey, we're here, you can talk to us, but you're here in the chat. I see you fucking creeping around, you weirdos. Go to Kickstarter. The link is in the comments of the show, or not the comments, it's in the show description. You can click, you can go to the Kickstarter, you can check it out, you can back it. Like we talked about earlier, there's a great digital deal if you just want to experience the series and for all it is. And if you're a collector, like, get in on these hardcovers because they're beautiful. If you like original art, you can spend some extra money and get some very beautiful sketches on your book plates to go in your beautiful book, to go on your beautiful shelves and make a beautiful thing. And eventually it's all going to come together in a slipcase and it's going to be this absolutely gorgeous package. Not like that bullshit fucking Fables that DC put out. These spines are going to line up.
I feel like we're at the end of Scrooged. when you find that feeling, you're gonna need that feeling. You're gonna want it. You're gonna want that feeling because it's good. You got something to say, little buddy? God bless us, everyone.
I mean, he's not wrong. Real quick, Kevin.
Yes.
Because you are, I think you're everywhere. I think you're on all the social medias actually, but where's your preferred place for people to follow you and keep track of you? And do you have a newsletter? I don't know if you have a newsletter.
Yeah, I do have a newsletter. Basically Blue Sky. I'm on more personality wise. During Twitter, during the Kickstarter, I'm on Twitter, but I kind of pop it off of my phone.
Because you gotta be, right?
Yeah, I pop it off of my phone when I'm not. So probably Blue Sky, but the Discord is the nicest. So
he has a cool Discord. Yeah.
Basically, if you look for at Kevin Joseph CMX, you can find me on Instagram, Hive, Blue Sky, Twitter. So
I hate myself right now because I was about to ask you what CMX fucking meant, and I was just, it's fucking comics. Of course, it's goddamn it.
Well, I was a BMX bandit as a kid, so
Okay, all right, fun. Thanks for shaving off a little bit of the embarrassment.
It's because Kevin Joseph COMICS is too long for Twitter, so I had to. Yeah.
No, you should follow Kevin. He's great people. If you haven't had fun listening to him talk about comics these last
get
couple
into
hours,
the Discord because we've got some great people in the Discord.
Get into the Discord. Hop into the Hot Take channel. That's
the Frank Martin. Basically, I'm going to rename it the Frank Martin channel.
You should. You do that as soon as we get done. Do that so when he shows up tomorrow morning, he's like, "What the fuck?" No, everybody, like I really appreciate everybody tuning in to the chat. Thank you all so much. And honestly, like, I know a lot of people follow me and a lot of people like what I have to say. And for real, like Tart is one of those good books. It's one of those comic books that makes you feel something, makes you experience something, and is very different than a lot of the stuff that's out there right now, both on Kickstarter and on the shelves of the direct market. Visually, there's nothing quite like it. The narrative and the characters and the story and all the love that all these creators have put into it for so long, 16 issues now and still going. So impressive, and an impressive achievement too, like to do that sequentially on Kickstarter. You're doing it, man. You figured it out, and you're doing it, and you're way too fucking humble in my opinion, but that's fine. I get it. You gotta do something right.
I'm super passionate about my book. I'm super proud of the book. I just know how much work the other people I work with put into it. And I just want to make sure that I think the quarterback on a football team and the writer on a comic get all of the credit. And I don't think I don't love that. It's because they're all team efforts, you know?
You heard it here, folks. Kevin Joseph thinks he's Patrick Mahomes. Tune in next week for
I do write my scripts sidearm sometimes.
You throw awesome. No, I love you, man, and you are just the advocate you are for Kickstarter, for crowdfunding, and for the collaborative effort of comics, both with backers and co-creators and your team and your editor and your letterer and everybody. Like more people should treat the comic book experience like you do. I'll say that right now. Like people need to remember that like it's not a solo endeavor, and better things happen when we all celebrate each other.
Unless you're an artist who can write it all and draw it all. And then I also say,
then you go to hell. Yeah. Or well, no, do it. Yeah, do it. do it on your way to hell. No.
Yeah, I might hate them for the talent, but like Jason Copeland's, Full Tilt. Like, God bless him.
The Jason Copelands and Jeff Lemire's and Matt Kents of the world, you can all go fucking have a tea party in hell. And
if you can do it, I say do it. But if you can't do it, make sure that your team gets credit.
Exactly. I fully agree. And again, if I haven't convinced any of you weirdos tuning in to go check out Tart, I don't know what else I can do.
Blake said that he would come to your house and he would talk to you for 5 hours. He will come to your house and he will drop 100 milligram gummy.
Yeah.
And then he will talk to you until you back.
Yeah. I'll even make dinner. I'll eat a gummy. I'll make dinner. It'll be a whole fucking event. I wanted to travel to cons, but I'm willing to throw a wrench in the gears, travel to individual backers' house instead of going to Chicago or New York or somewhere fun. No, but yeah, it's a great book. Kevin's great people. His co-creators are great. Ludo is magnificent. Like follow his Instagram if you just like to look at pretty pictures all day. Like why would you not want to look at pretty pictures all day? And like just keep an eye on Kevin, because like eventually, like I said, I would really, if one day I was like I got to take a break or I didn't do this anymore, like even like when it stresses me out and makes me mad sometimes, like I give myself like a week and a half and I would be like, no one's listening to me talking to a microphone anymore, right? It would fuck with me. I'd be like, I got like no one's listening to me ramble. But I do hope we see Kevin again in the streams or the podcast or somewhere, and teamed up with Will and or anybody he decides to team up with, because like I said, he knows comics, he loves comics, and he's good to talk comics with, and I think that's why people are still in the fucking chat 2 hours and 7 minutes into this weird conversation. Anybody who watches my show knows that I only give long goodbyes.
You're like Steven Tyler,
I know.
My friend said Steven Tyler can write a good song, he just doesn't know how to end it. And once he said that, it changed my life. I was like, oh, that hurts, because I love me some Steven Tyler.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, Kevin, on that note, anything else you want to shout out, or I'm going to play the music and set you free, baby?
Absolutely incredible time on Kickstarter right now. I have multiple friends putting great books out. Charlie Stickney's got White Ash. Clay Adams has Blazing Blade of Frankenstein. Phil Falco and Kat Calamia, Slice of Life. Pat Shand has one running. Like, there are an amazing amount of books out. I really hope that you do back ours because we're trying to make something great, but look around too. There's some incredible. This is probably, in my opinion, the highest quality plus quantity on Kickstarter that I've ever launched in.
Really was hoping you were going to say Golden Age. I just really wanted to hear I just wanted to hear that this right now is the Golden Age of Kickstarter because it feels like it might be.
It's the platinum. You don't have a Golden Age.
There is no. We went right from like COVID to platinum.
Yes. So no, yes, I'm selfish. I would love for you to back our book, but
no, there's good stuff.
Man, there's some amazing stuff out there.
By the way, Clay's got Nightmare Theater 3D running right now too.
Yeah, Nightmare, and he just had one with whatchamacallit from Cobra Kai, Martin Coe. So
yeah,
Clay basically
he's busy lately.
Had 3 that overlapped.
What a prick. I hope he's watching too. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I love Clay. I love Clay, even though him and fucking Mick didn't come to fucking Planet Comic-Con this year. And one of my favorite things, my first con, I got a press pass. One of the things I was looking most forward to, Kevin, was to fucking get weird with Clay and Mick in real life. And they didn't go to the con. I think they're going to go next year. So I'll get.
I promise you can get weird with Mick. Mick,
all day.
Mick's gonna get weird with you. Mick's gonna get weird.
Except
with you,
maybe
whether you want to or not.
He might be mad at me because I couldn't get him on for his last Kickstarter in time.
I bet he forgive you.
No,
I bet he forgive you. Mick's
he's a sweetheart.
He's a
lovely little man. Unless you're Clay and work with him in a tiny office that Clay might speak. No, even Clay, after he makes fun of Mick, says he loves working with Mick. So no,
well, I mean, look at the Blazing Blade of Frankenstein Kickstarter page. You'd love Mick if he drew that for you too.
That right? Yeah, exactly. But no, yeah, I really wanted to meet them. And then they live so close. Like it's just like Will. Like Will wasn't there either.
Arkansas,
Motherfucker. One day I'm gonna go on another drunken rampage to Eureka Springs, and I'm gonna hit him up on Twitter and be like, I'm 30 minutes away, coming over. Where are you at? He's gonna be like, oh no.
reach out for Will because he travels a lot now. So you might, if you want to meet Will, make sure he's in town.
That would be my luck. I show up there and he's like, no,
he's in Oklahoma.
I'm somewhere else. Or he'll probably lie. He'll be like, oh no, I'm in New York.
You're walking right past a guy walking a basset hound. Yeah, like
he's like on his cell phone. I'm not home, Blake. What? No, we talk shit because we love all these guys. Yeah. I talk shit because I love all these guys. I'm the one talking shit. No, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know if you've ever heard me say it before, but remember to love more, hate less, read comics. And on top of that, remember to go to Kickstarter and check out Tart. Also, check out these other campaigns we talked about tonight. Check out the IDW Ninja Turtles comic book. Check out the Ninja Turtles RPG on Kickstarter, right? We've given you so many things to spend money on tonight. But at the end of the chat, I do want you all to remember that. I think that gummy just hit. No, I'm kidding. I want you all to remember. I want you all to remember that.
I want you to melt on my screen. I want to see it.
I want you all to remember that Tart, it was the showcase tonight, and I really do encourage you all to check it out. I have the other 2 hardcovers. I'm excited for this 3rd hardcover. I'm excited for this set. It sticks out. You all know me. You follow me. I buy a lot of expensive hardcovers, and these stick out. They're beautiful. They're shiny. They're lovely. They're everything you want, and everything you want in a comic book, just wrapped up in a sexy ass dust jacket. Boom, 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 bam. And it's very I couldn't support a better cause. On that note, I will be back tomorrow. We're doing our 3rd Metal Ninja Studios Dojo Roundtable tomorrow, where we'll be talking about all the weird shit we're doing, making comic books for rich people over at Metal Ninja Studios.
Nice.
Nice. We're talking. We'll also be talking about. Some of you may have heard me mention it. I don't own Blake's Buzz anymore. You might learn a little bit about that tomorrow. Also, don't worry because it's like I'm still like in charge of it. I just I just pass the reins on foolishly, maybe. No, I don't. I think it feels good.
Okay, if
keep...
I see that Ben Morse is hosting Blake's Buzz, I'm gonna sue you for trademark infringement.
Dude, that would oh man, I want to do like a secret him just show up one day and I'm not there. That'd be amazing. I'll know who my real fans are. I'll be like, you didn't watch the show with Kevin, you didn't get the joke. But no, it's we're gonna mention that tomorrow. And I do feel real good, like for real, like people keep reaching out to me. I feel good about it. I'm excited about it. And people keep telling me I need to lawyer up, and I don't think so. And everything's gonna be okay. I vague tweeted. I did that vague tweet thing to be special. My boss reminded me how much he loves vague. Joel Rodriguez does not love vague tweets. And it's been we also just realized because we got busy, we were like, oh man, it's been 2 weeks since I was like, I don't know Blake's Buzz anymore. No news follow. So anyways, tune in tomorrow night, learn some more about that shit. But yeah, for real, check out Kevin's comics, follow Kevin everywhere. Get on Blue Sky. If you're one of those people that need a Blue Sky invite, please hit me up. I have so many. Many I could give you. It's a cool
I've got a
platform.
couple if you need extra. Yeah,
we'll get you on there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll make it happen. What's this? We got one last comment. Stay on until it kicks in. We're getting close. We got to be getting close. I don't know.
I think it's kicked in a little.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not. I'm not library sober over here, right? I'm not. I can't like tell you where to go for the Dewey Decimal System right now. Like, I will get confused. Anyways, but no, Kevin, this was so fun for real, man. You're so fun to talk to, for real. And that's why I missed your fucking show. I don't know. I get it. I get why you did it. I just don't agree with it. I'll be forever mad. No.
That's fair. That's fair.
Though you did hand it off to good people. So I will leave it at that. All right, everybody, I'll be back. Tune in tomorrow night. Come hang out with us with the Metal Ninja Studios. And then Friday night, I will have Wells Thompson on the show.
Nice.
Talking about depth on Zoop right now. So yeah, we got a cool rest. We can end the week with Blake's Buzz, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take you on a comic book voyage that you'll never forget. I need to clip that too. Apparently, I got a lot of clips I got to make in this episode, Kevin. You just made the magic happen. All right, everybody. Wait, what? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Keep talking.
Oh, it's only Wednesday. It's only Wednesday. What the fuck are we gonna do for the rest of the week, Kevin? I don't know.
Same thing we do every week, Blake. Muddle through as best we can.
Every day I'm muddling. All right, Jesus. All right, everybody. I love you, Kevin. Thank you for putting up with me for this long. You should win a fucking award. Everybody should back Tart, and everybody should come back tomorrow night and Friday night and talk to me about comic books, and then come back next week too, because I'll probably be back then, and the week after, and the week after. Unless Kevin said earlier, unless I die. We can always die.
See, it's funnier if I die.
Okay.
If you die, it's gonna be like Kevin talked about death and Blake died. But if I die,
then you caused
it.
Okay.
Then you're gonna be like, do I have to do the fucking funeral thing?
I'm doing it.
Do I? So it's super funny if you're like literally bring a video to my wife and like, look, this is gonna be weird, but watch this. Are we supposed to? And she's gonna be like, I guess. I don't know.
People like,
if I'm going out the door, I want to go out the door leaving people holding sacks that they don't know what to do with.
2 hours and 18 minutes of Tart discourse.
All right.
Like after your family gives like big important like your wife comes up, your kids come up, everybody's crying like, oh my God, we miss Dad, we miss Kevin, he changed my life. And then I come up like I did drunk at my sister's wedding recently with a microphone, and I'm like, buzz, buzz, babies. And everybody started I gave a podcast speech at my sister's wedding. It was epic.
Nice.
Then I made her cry. In the good way. Not in the bad way.
If anybody comes to my funeral, you're allowed to cry, but you better laugh.
Oh, you gotta
That's
laugh.
how-
You gotta laugh.
There's going to be a truly tasteless joke book at the beginning. I've already told my wife. Before you come in, you have to tell a joke or read a joke because you have to know.
That's
You're going to
so
have
smart.
fun at this funeral.
That's so smart, dude.
Yep.
That's what I know. Again, I know I can't end a podcast. You know what my dad told me when I was a kid?
Mhm.
He goes, "It takes a special kind of person to make people laugh at a funeral. And if you can be that guy, you're doing all right at life."
Mhm.
And I get aggravated at my dad because he's older now and he doesn't figure stuff out as well, like just because technology and shit, and he moves a little slower and he gets confused, like, you know what I'm saying. But like, I get aggravated with him sometimes, but he still like has told me some of the smartest shit that that I'll ever hear, and that's so true, because like those are moments when you don't realize it, where sometimes people need to fucking laugh, like you need that those brief moments of relief, and it's a good person to be if you can make a joke at a funeral and make people laugh. You're not fucking up 100%.
No,
you're
not at
you're you're running at least 15% capacity or so. You're on a good path. You can
Yeah.
be there. I say that there's some dude right now with a fucking like syringe hanging out of his
I mean,
arm.
don't
and,
carrot top it. Don't do prop comedy.
don't do heroin. Don't do prop comedy. If you can make people laugh at a funeral,
What is the deal with these open caskets?
oh shit.
I think that's the thing to end it on.
We gotta end it. We gotta end it there. We gotta end it on the Seinfeld. Everybody, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Get over to Kickstarter. Kevin, get back on StreamYard. I love everybody, and thank you always for watching Blake's Buzz Live.
It's Blake's Buzz Live.